Hi, it's Sarah here and welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to be showing you 5 easy on-the-go breakfast meal prep ideas. If that isn't a long title, I don't know what is. None of these are my recipes. These all came from different people that I found online. So I have linked every single one of these recipes down below in the description box. So because of that, I'm not really going to be giving you the exact ingredients or anything like that, especially because I slightly changed some things, which as I've learned, I'll talk about at the end of the video to maybe not do that because I didn't end up liking one of the things that I made. But so I'm just not really going to be talking about or showing the exact ingredients or measurements and stuff like that for that reason. I want you to go look at their blog posts and their articles, and I want you to go support their blog and to make their things. So that is just what I'm doing here. So I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, I hope that you will give it the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below, and I would love to have you join this wonderful family that we have here. I like to share cleaning motivation, organization ideas, decorating ideas, meal prep advice, and just show other parts of my life. I know that life can be really hard, especially when we feel like we're just working our lives away, and so that's why I started my channel. I just want to help other people and help you to feel like there's other things that you can do in your life besides just working and just going by the every mundane kind of stuff. So I'm just going to hop into the rest of this video. So what we're making for this first recipe are breakfast sandwiches. They are super delicious. I've made these a couple times before and I really love them. The only things I changed in this recipe were I just used turkey instead of bacon just because that's what I already had, and I used a different cheese. The block cheese would be a lot easier for this, but I just had different cheese and I didn't really want to buy anything else, so I just used what I had for that as well. And then to store these, you just put it in some foil, and you can just put it in the freezer. You can put it in your fridge. It's super easy to do. You just take it right back out of the foil when you're ready to heat it up. You can put it on a plate if you want, or a paper towel. Just heat it up for, I think the recipe says like a minute or something like that. And then I just, when I'm eating it from home, I'll just top it off with some avocado and hot sauce as well. But these are also super easy to just heat up at home real quick and eat on your drive to work or as soon as you get to work. So obviously you can add whatever toppings you like, but you don't have to add anything either. So the next thing we're making is a Savory cottage cheese bowl. This is probably one of my second favorite meal prep breakfasts I've ever done. The breakfast sandwiches is probably number one. But there's so many out there that I haven't even tried yet. So, but this one is so good. It makes me feel really good after I eat it just because I'm getting in a lot of veggies. I love having cold food in general. It just, I don't know why, it feels very refreshing. So this is a super delicious meal, and it's really easy to meal prep this. I just put it in mason jars. You can put it in any kind of container that you'd like. It doesn't really matter. These little mason jars were almost too small to fit everything, but it still worked out just fine. And then I also did 2 boiled eggs, and I just had those with it as well, just to get myself a little more protein. And with this meal, and kind of like with a lot of other meals, you can do some different veggies if you want to add a couple different ingredients. The recipe might have some other ingredients listed as like possible options, but it's kind of just like add whatever you like and what feels good to you. I did cucumber, green pepper, red pepper, and tomatoes. And I do use my scale for a lot of meal prep recipes. The reason I'm using it for this recipe, and really in general why I usually use it, is just to make sure I have an even amount in each container. I want to make sure I'm getting a good amount of food in each of my meals and an even amount of food as well. So that's just why I use my scale. You don't have to use a scale, but it is helpful. The next recipe is peanut butter overnight oats. There are actually a ton, like literally a ton of oat recipes out there. So if you don't find this one interesting, just look up some other ideas because there are so many out there. And I actually do really love this recipe. I don't know. This one could be a top contender. I don't know. I feel like I can't pick a number one favorite breakfast meal prep because I love breakfast like more than any other meal. So, but yeah, this one is super good, super easy to do. I really love the convenience of overnight oats. I don't even like to heat mine up. I just like to have mine cold. So these I'll just take out of the fridge in the morning and I'll top it with some berries. And I also added some flaxseed to these ones. You can add kind of whatever you like and you just can eat it right out of your mason jar. You can put it in a bowl. You can heat it up, whatever you like to do.
No going back, there's no going back to your own life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. Riding on the dizzying heights. Like nothing could stop us. Sunsets, remember the colors. They were wrong, it was way more than a dream.
The fruit combos that I usually choose to do are raspberries and blueberries or raspberries and blackberries or all three of them, but for some reason this time I just decided I wanted to do bananas and strawberries. But I mean, you could literally do any combos that you want. You can do more of like a mango and pineapple situation, just kind of whatever you're feeling.
I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights.
The next recipe is protein muffins. So this recipe I did do a separate serving or like bowl or whatever for Robbie's muffins versus mine because we do use different protein powders. He likes to have different chocolate chips than I do, and I wanted to add chia seeds and he didn't, which chia seeds actually weren't in the recipe and I added them. So just FYI, like if you want to add chia seeds, they were just fine in it. This one was really good. This was the first time I ever made it, as you'll see in a little bit, because I feel like I definitely messed up on the measurements of mine because it was super kind of like moist and Robbie's were like perfect. He said his were super delicious. So I don't really know what happened there, but so I just had one muffin for breakfast and then I had a separate thing of Greek yogurt with some berries and granola on top. So it was kind of a more filling meal overall. But if you're someone who just likes the really simple, like small breakfast, a muffin or two would be great for your breakfast. Robbie doesn't usually like to eat a lot at breakfast, so he just had 2 muffins and he was very happy with it.
And then I'm overthinking everything about you. And that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you. What things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out.
So mine are these ones that look interesting, and Robbie's are these ones which look much better. And when I was pulling them out, these seem to be a little bit too moist still, so I don't know if I messed up the measurements on mine versus Robbie's, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. Honestly, if it still tastes good, I don't really care. Okay, it's the next morning now. I'm not awake enough to turn on all these lights, so I'm just gonna turn on some. And let's try this muffin. It's very, very moist. Again, I might have failed on mine, we'll see.
But we should take it slow, work things out.
Oh my god. Mine's just extremely moist. Robbie's I think will be a lot less moist, but like in a good way. I feel like this is gonna fall apart on me, but tastes delicious. And the fifth recipe are these sweet potato hash egg muffin cups. So this is what I was talking about earlier in the video when I said I kind of changed up the recipe and I didn't end up liking it. And I definitely want to give these another shot because I think that they look delicious and I think that they would be really good. So my tips for what I did wrong was I added Parmesan, and apparently Parmesan does not go well with sweet potatoes. It's not in the recipe, I just had it, so I added it. Cheddar cheese, I think what the recipe says. I added the same spices that it said, but I think truly the Parmesan just really did it and made it not so good. And I also overcooked it or overbaked it. I baked it longer than it said because I thought they didn't look done still, but they were totally done. They were almost like sticky when I tried to eat it. So just follow this recipe to a T. If you aren't following me over on social media yet, these are my handles here. I have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Pinterest, and I would love to have you join me on there and see the things that I like to share there as well. And also, I didn't film an outro for this video, so I just wanted to thank you guys so much for being here and for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it, that you got some great ideas. If you make these, you should definitely comment down below and let me know, and I hope that you all are doing well and that you take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.